Good morning. We will start session 3 on chapter quadrilaterals. So in the previous session we started with an exercise. We completed first 5 sums and the remaining sums will start in today's session. Question number 6. The diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD. So let ABCD be the parallelogram and AC is the diagonal that is given. The diagonal AC of a parallelogram bisect angle A. Prove that the diagonal AC bisect angle C also. Along with that, prove that ABCD is a rhombus. Given in parallelogram ABCD, AC bisects angle A. What we have to prove? AC, first one, bisects angle C. Second one, ABCD is a rhombus. To prove that it is a rhombus, we need to prove that all the sides are equal. Proof. We'll start with this given. Diagonal AC bisects angle A. So if it bisects angle A, I can write that as angle DAC is equal to angle BAC. Keep this as this. We'll name this as equation 1. Next. Now if you see here, there are pair of alternate angles also formed here. So I can tell here is CD parallel to or I can say DC, let us use proper lines, DC parallel to AB. DC parallel to AB and AC is the transversal. AC is the transversal. Okay. In that case, what can I say here now, children? This angle is equal to this angle. Okay. Let us write that. So I will say that this angle is equal to this. That is angle DCA is equal to angle BAC. Reason? Alternate angles. Okay. Equation 2. Now next, if I consider that these are parallel, okay. Now next, I'll keep this as it is. I'll not change anything. Next, I will write AD parallel to BC. AD parallel to BC. In this case, which is a transversal again. Now this was parallel and this was transversal. Now these two are parallel and this is transversal again. AC is the transversal. So since AC is the transversal here, Z formation where it comes, this is Z formation. I'll put a star. This angle is equal to this angle. Shall I write that? Angle DAC is equal to angle BCA. Alternate angles. Equation 3. Now, I'll take it from the beginning again. These two angles are equal. Okay, let us name some angles. Let us give some measurements. It will be very easy for us. Let me assume that this is 30 degree. That means 30 degree. Total is 60 degree. 30, 30 I have bisected. Okay. So since this is now, let me go with the marking. So this is 30. Alternate angle. This also has to be 30. Alternate angles there. If I take this way parallel line, if this is 30, this also has to be 30, right? That means if I actually go to see, these two angles are equal to these two angles, right? These two angles are also equal, this way also they are equal. Now can I tell AC bisects angle C also, right? From From equation 1, 2 and 3 all together we will take. See, numericals, numbers we are not supposed to take here, but to make you understand, I just took these numbers. To make you understand here, if I say from equation 1, 2 and 3, I can directly tell that this angle is equal to this angle, which I am going to use it now. I will rub this 30-degree, children. This is only for your understanding. So, from equation 1, 2 and 3, angle DCA, that is this part, angle DCA is equal to angle BCA, where it is here. Things equal to same thing are equal to one another. Axiom 1. DCA is equal to BCA. This implies AC bisects angle C. Okay, first part is done. Second part is remaining now. We have to prove that it is a rhombus. I don't have a space, I'll go with there. We'll again start from the usual thing only, what we have got it here. Now keep this as it is. Till here it is clear. We have no doubt here. Now from the whole given part, from equation, again I will write equation 1, 2 and 3. From all these three equations, angle DAC is equal to angle DCA. Where did we found that? Angle DAC, I can choose this angle, is equal to angle DCA. DAC, DCA, all this will come in equal form only. All are equal. From equation 1 and 1, 2 and 3, that's why I have written. This angle, I will put dot here now, is equal to this angle. Yes, they are equal. Write it. Angle DAC is equal to angle DCA. Okay. Axiom 1 shall be right. See, after taking an example 30 degree, it was very easy for you to understand, right? Okay. Now DAC, if this is an angle, children, this is the side. What side is that? CD. That is equal to DCA. DCA. If this is the angle, then this is the side, is equal to AD. Am I right? See, these two are the angles. That means these two should be the sides. I have written the opposite sides. What is the reason? Sides opposite to equal angles are equal. Wherever possible, you have to write the reason. Now, did we prove that adjacent sides are equal? Yes. But CD is equal to AB and AD is equal to BC. Right? Why? Because it is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal. Therefore, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Therefore, ABCD is a rhombus. Hence, proved. So, we proved that the parallelogram is rhombus. Very carefully you have to choose angles, write them neatly and bring it to a conclusion. We'll quickly move on to the next one. It has to be written one below the other neatly. Next one is again one similar type. They have given you the rhombus. They have asked you, show that the diagonal A bisects angle A as well as angle C, and the another diagonal bisects. Let us see, let us draw and then understand what is given. Seventh one, ABCD is a rhombus. Rhombus need not be always drawn like this, children. It can be also turned another way and also be drawn like this also, right? So don't keep in your mind, rhombus is always in that form. So I'll consider here now, ABCD is a rhombus. So diagonal AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. We need to prove that. Diagonal AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. Those two angles are equal, we have to prove. Similarly, diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. That is all we have to prove here. So first of all, write given. ABCD is a rhombus. To prove diagonal AC bisects angle A and angle C. This is first one. Diagonal BD bisects angle B and angle A. Proof: we will do this by congruency, but you need to be very careful in choosing the parameters in congruency here. So let's redraw it for the part which we want. So I'll consider AC is the diagonal B and C. So two triangles what I have is in triangle AC, in triangle ABCD, in triangle ADC and triangle ABC, right? We'll do congruency here without choosing any angles. I only want side. Why? Because I need to prove some angles are equal in CBCD. That's why a bit different approach to congruency will give here. But parameters will be the same. Now since it is a rhombus, children, we know that all the sides are equal, right? Usually what we do, this side is equal to this side is equal to this figure. But this point of time, we'll choose adjacent sides to be equal in the given figure. Why? I'll tell you later. See here. In triangle ABC, can I tell this side is equal to this side? I will write. Never we have chosen adjacent sides, right? But this here will choose. AD is equal to AB. Next, CD is equal to BC. That marking just have given. We know that all the sides are equal. All sides are equal. So any side I can choose because it is a rhombus. All sides are equal. There. AC is equal to AC. Common side. Therefore, triangle ADC is equal and congruent to triangle ABC by triple S congruence rule. Okay. CBCD angles we have to write now. Now let's see. Now where is AD? AD is here. With respect to AD, this is my angle, children. Okay. With respect to AB, this is my angle. Right? Therefore, I will write now angle DCA. Because I have to choose corresponding angles only which are equal with respect to side. DCA is equal to angle BCA. Next, CD. CD is here. If this is the side, this is the angle. Next is BC. BC is here. If this is the side, this is the angle. Right? Is equal to angle BAC is equal to angle BAC. CBCD. See here, we proved these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal. What are they? They are nothing but bisectors. Therefore, AC is the bisector of angle A and C. First part I proved. Yes. Second part is homework. Diagonal BD bisects angle B and D. You need to redraw it. So when you redraw this, what you do? A, B, C, D. You choose these two triangles. But make sure that in choosing sides, you choose adjacent sides and do this. Right? That is when you get like this. That is how we know that AC bisects angle A and angle C, and that is a truth, children. Actually, in 8th standard, if you have constructed rhombus, in actual rhombus construction, that also comes in one of the angle property of the rhombus. The diagonals of the rhombus bisects the angle actually. That's one of the property what you should know. So when we draw the diagonal here, it actually bisects. That's a property. You will get to know once you construct rhombus, which you have done in 8th standard. So this is how you prove it. Let's move on to the next question. Let's start with the 8th one. Yeah. So in this exercise, children, from second sum to 8th sum, we have, if you have seen, we have all typical types of sums where we have to prove that it's a rectangle, rhombus, diagonals bisect, right? But from the next 9 queen onwards, we have again congruency part only proving. But these are the most important sums. You need to practice a lot to get the thorough answer at the end. There are some worked examples also on this. Please practice them. 8th one, ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle in which diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. Show that ABCD is a square. First we'll write given. ABCD is a rectangle. Diagonal AC bisects angle A and angle C. What we have to prove? Prove that ABCD is a square. That means we need to prove that all the sides are equal first of all. First part. Second part, diagonal BD bisects angle B and angle D. Now first of all, what I will do is I will not draw the diagonal BD, because for the first part to prove it as a square, I don't require that diagonal. Second part, when I am proving that diagonal BD bisects, I will redraw the figure once again and do, right? So proof, it is again somewhat similar like the previous sum. See children, previous sum what had happened was, we didn't know that these both are equal, mutually equal to each other. We proved them equal and then we arrived at the conclusion. But here already it is given that they are equal. So first, and on top of that, angle A is equal to angle C. That we know. So first of all, we will write here proof diagonal AC bisects angle A and angle C. This implies angle DAC is equal to angle BAC and angle DCA is equal to angle BCE. Okay, we know that angle A is equal to angle C. All angles are equal. That's true. All angles are equal to 90 degree in a rectangle, and in opposite angles are also equal. That's why also you can see angle A is equal to angle C. This implies here. See here, if these part angles are equal to each other, part angles are equal to each other, but this whole angle is equal to whole angle. One more example now, children. 90 it is. So this is 45. This is 45. This also has to be 45. This also has to be 45. Correct? So they are mutually equal to each other. Therefore, can I tell angle DAC is equal to DCA? That is, this angle is equal to this angle. Can I tell? Yes. Reason? Axiom 1. Things equal to same thing are equal to one another. Okay. Now, since these two angles are equal, what about the corresponding sides with respect to these angles? Angle DAC, angle DAC, this is the angle, so this is the side. Angle DCA, DCA, this is the angle, so this is the side. Therefore, I can say for DAC, always remember one more way to find the angle. This is angle. Center part is vertex is angle always. If I hide A, what will remain? DC. So it is DC. If I hide here, what will remain? DA. Easy way to write the side with respect to angles when three vertices are written. Reason, sides opposite to equal angles are equal. But DC is equal to AB and DA is equal to BC. Therefore, AB is equal to BC is equal to DC is equal to DA. Therefore, all the sides are equal. So, ABCD is a square. First part I have already proved it here. Now second part what I have to prove is diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. So I'll rub this, children, because I require some space to do that. So proof part I am going to rub now, and I will redraw once again the figure to prove that diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Once again we will draw this A, B, C, D. So diagonal BD, I want AC also along with that. O. This was proof one part, now this is second part. In second part of the proof, what I will do, I will choose triangles in such a way that adjacent triangles I will choose. In triangle AOB and triangle BOC. See here, this side is equal to this side. This side is equal to this because diagonal bisect each other, common set, right? Triple S congruence too. So AB, why did I say that now AB is equal to BC? Because it is already proved before. If it was a rectangle, I couldn't have done this, right? Since it is a square, I can easily tell. So AB is equal to CD. Reason, proved above. Because it is a square, children. Using rectangle, we can't be doing that. Then OA is equal to OC. Diagonal bisect each other in square also, rectangle also, doesn't matter. So in square units they bisect. Diagonals bisect each other. Yes, but here we are not checking the diagonal bisecting perpendicularly. Though it was a rectangle, but here square diagonal bisect 90 degree, that we are not checking here. So that is left apart. We only look for the sides, each other. Then OB is equal to OB, common side. Triangle AOB is equal and congruent to triangle BOC. So we can actually prove diagonal bisect also later. See here, CPCD, I can prove that these two angles are equal. I can also say that these two angles are also equal. Linear pair, 2 times of that, 90 degree, diagonal bisect each other. I can also prove it here, right? So what they have given, let us stick to that. Angle ABO is equal to angle CBO, CPCD. This implies diagonal BD, the whole line if I consider, bisects angle D. Now, how do we say that diagonal BD bisects angle D also? Now, you have to choose these two set of triangles and prove it. So, I will only write here third part again, that is, this part is proved. In triangle AOD and triangle COD, that is homework children. From that you will get to know that diagonal, same thing, you will do in the same way. Diagonal BD bisects angle D. Hence proved. So what I will do is I will conclude today's session with this sum. Why? Because from tomorrow's session again it's a different part. We are all using congruency to prove here. Simple properties and congruency part. Wherein here almost first from second to 8 sums we had all the sums based on prove that it's a rectangle, prove that it's a square diagonal bisect 90 degree, all such type of different sums we had. So very important one, again I am repeating that, practice these sums as well as the similar sums from the worked examples.